Kasukuwere say Mure Zimbabwe, welcome to our channels in confessions and deep secrets. Kana kati kutanga kukuya panino channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana uchungwa garoka subscriber, don't forget to comment and share this video. Nasi Mure Zimbabwe takwigira nyaya kupisa nyaya neza nyaya ya extension ya term ya President Emerson Mnangagwa. Main opposition leaders wanasanganisira Chamisa, Kasukuwere na Sikhala na Mwonzora. They are against this move iyo yakaindoswa na vasengezo shabangu. Now the question yawapo yawe kuti ma leaders ya opposition vari vese, are they going to form a party yekuti vangu stop this term extension bid? Tofunga takaona Chamisa vakabuda vachitara vachiti this term extension of office irikufana kustopwa. Nyaya yakabudikwa ZW News vachitara ivo vachiti popular politician and former Citizens Coalition for Change President Chamisa says extending President Emerson Mnangagwa's term is the extension of the people's suffering. Chamisa believes the plot to extend Mnangagwa's term of office should be stopped. He writes on X, "Stop this nonsense. You want to extend pain and suffering. You want to extend extreme and deadening poverty. You want to extend unemployment. You want to extend hunger and lack. You want power outages, electricity shortages and water shortages. You want to extend this currency crisis and cash shortages. You want to extend high taxes and rocketing prices. You want to extend oppression. You want to extend fear, hate and intimidation. You want to extend terror and violence. You want to extend conflict. You want to extend the nation's isolation. You want to extend looting and corruption. You want to extend bribery. You want to extend the dying hospitals and the dying in hospitals. You want to extend the chaos in education. You want to extend the suffering of teachers under squalid conditions. You want to extend the suffering of workers and civil servants. You want to extend the suffering of pensioners. You want to extend the closing down of businesses. You want to extend the capital flight and brain drain. You can't. You stole the people's mandate, hopes and votes. You want to extend that theft. You can't extend theft. It can't. Stop it. It can't." Ndo mabudisiro gatwa nyaya iyi Mure Zimbabwe na Chamisa yachitaura against the term extension ya Mnangagwa. Chitara yachiri this nonsense should be stopped Mure Zimbabwe. On the other end, Sikhala, Mwonzora na pamwechete na Kasukuwere vakabudawo vachitaurawo pamusoro penyaya iyi munyaya yakabuditswa neRizimu ayi. Achitaura iye ichiti the former Zengeza West legislator Sikhala has said legislators who visited President Emerson Mnangagwa's farm over the weekend were served with alcohol before they started singing songs campaigning for ZANU-PF leader to remain in power beyond 2030. Posting on X, Sikhala slammed the opposition legislators led by self-styled CCC Interim Secretary General Sengezo Shabangu for pushing stomach politics at the expense of the suffering of masses. Mushure mokunwa zvinodhaka vakatanga kuimba nabasa. Selfish stomach politics, said Sikhala. Opposition legislator aligned to Shabangu were guests at Mnangagwa's Kwekwe farm where they endorsed the 2030 agenda. The move has been widely condemned by citizens who accused Mnangagwa of using the opposition to push his move to extend his term of office. Sikhala is against the term extension ya Mnangagwa. Zvakare vasevya Kasukuwere vakabuda vachitaura ivo vachiri he's going to come back to Zimbabwe in the 2025. Hazvina kumira mushe Mure Zimbabwe, and they are going to resist this power grab by Mnangagwa. Nyaya yakabuditswa neZimbabwean Mail vachitaura vachiti former ZANU-PF political commissar and minister Kasukuwere has called on Zimbabweans to unite against President Emerson Mnangagwa's alleged plan to extend his presidency beyond the constitutional limit of 2028. Speaking from exile in South Africa, Kasukuwere criticized Mnangagwa's political agenda, labeling it a clear attempt at state capture and power consolidation for self-serving ends. The controversial proposal centers on amending the constitution to allow Mnangagwa to remain in office until 2030 or beyond. Kasukuwere described the plan as a grave threat to Zimbabwe's democracy, constitutionalism, and the rule of law. Kasukuwere warned that amending the constitution to extend Mnangagwa's tenure represents a calculated assault on governance principles. The constitution is the supreme law of the land, designed to protect against authoritarianism and abuse of power. Any attempt to alter it for personal gain undermines its sanctity and sets a dangerous precedent for future leaders, he said. He also accused Mnangagwa of orchestrating this move with the complicity of some opposition figures, creating a facade of inclusivity while dismantling essential democratic checks and balance. The former minister highlighted the broader context of Zimbabwe's protracted economic crisis, arguing that Zimbabwe's priorities are misaligned with the needs of the people. Zimbabwe's economy continues to falter, with industries shutting down and the citizens struggling to survive. Instead of addressing these hardships, resources are being diverted to political mechanizations aimed at entrenching Mnangagwa's rule, Kasukuwere said. He criticized the 2017 military coup that ousted Robert Mugabe, saying that it had failed to bring the promised reforms and instead entrenched corruption and mismanagement. Kasukuwere urged Zimbabweans to raise against the proposed amendments, warning that failure to act would further erode the country's sovereignty and democratic integrity. This moment represents a critical juncture for Zimbabwe. The proposed constitutional amendments are not merely an issue for the political elite. They are a direct threat to the nation's future. Civil society, political parties, religious groups, and ordinary citizens must unite to resist this assault on democracy, he said. He outlined a multi-pronged approach to challenge the plan, including legal action, public protests, and international advocacy. Kasukuwere stressed that Zimbabweans must seize this opportunity to reject Mnangagwa's 2030 plan and restore hope for future generations. The fight to restore Zimbabwe's dignity and integrity will not be easy, but it is necessary. By standing together, we can turn this crisis into an opportunity to rebuild the nation, he concluded. As the political drama unfolds, Zimbabweans face a defining moment in their struggle for justice, stability, and progress. Ndo mabuditsiro wakati wa nyaya iyi muri Zimbabwe na Kasukuwere tisikazive kuti munoona sei nyaya iyi vatatu ava vakawanikwa vachibatana azviite zvazvawanikwa zvichitanani here tiudziye zvamuri kufunga mucomment section. Ndofunga vaota muzembe vakambobuda vachitaura vachiti nyaya yecoalition between vaKasukuwere naChamisa yakamborongwa hanzi but it was a tedious process, tisingazive kuti machii chakaitika, but now is the time kuti vanhu vawanikwa vachibatana. Vanokwatira maZimbabweans they are resorting to Vice President Constantino Chiwenga vachiti vava kungoda change, havasina basa nekuti ndiani ari kuleader the opposition. Tisingazive kuti munoona sei nyaya yetu, udziye zvamuri kufunga mucomment section.